Grand Rising, wonderful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Bronwen. Especially if you are new here, it's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. Thank you for supporting this channel. I really appreciate you. And I know I say that in a lot of my videos, but I do. I wouldn't have this channel if it wasn't for the people that have helped create this community. So thank you so much. Thank you also for supporting Loki's Dog and Cat Care Rescue. I really appreciate everyone who has taken the time to have a look at the link down in the description box, just to read that little blurb once you click onto the website to see what it's about. I won't talk about it too much because sometimes I can, because I'm very passionate about it. I speak about it for so long. But Loki's Dog and Cat Care Rescue was created and formed by a lovely woman called Connie Horchen. She put all of her life savings into creating the only animal charity they have in the east coast of Sri Lanka, specifically for street dogs and street cats. And because they're rife there is no, people aren't neutering these animals, so these animals are just, they're procreating, and you know, that, what's the word, they are just, there's puppies that are brought in every day that have mange, that can't open their eyes. There are animals that have been hit by tuk-tuks and left to die. What she does is really important because nobody else will do it, and the government does not fund them. This is all being done on handouts and donations. So the donated money that we've already made, that's long gone. This has been going, this GoFundMe has been going since 2024, and I want to keep it going for as long as possible, or for as long as you guys find it, you know, in your hearts to be able to donate and share that information. If you would like to be part of this, have a look down below, because even if you cannot afford to donate, that's not the only way to actually support this wonderful group of what they're doing. It also, just taking that link and sharing it with as many people as possible, the more awareness we get out, the more love that comes back. So I will stop there. I also want to say before I continue, if you guys are interested in these prints, because I have had people email me and ask, I've had comments as well, this is not a promotion. And what I mean by that is I am not being paid to promote this. This is my friend's business, and she does it like on the side while also working. But she is a phenomenal artist, and she has her own website. It's called janedoeprints.bigcartel.com. If you look over there, I will have all the information down below for you. If you have a look over there, you will see so many different prints, and they're wonderful and they're affordable as well. For a limited time, there is a code that you can use, a discount code that will give you 25% off. That 25% off, and I think it will be for the only for your first purchase. After that, you will not be able to use that code again. The discount code is Bronwen's Cove Tarot, all one word, big B, big C, big T. Okay, all of that's in the description box down below. Let's crack on, shall we? Now, I have a lot of stuff written down here, and it's because when I was like meditating, I was shown like 3 triangles. I kept seeing 2 up, 1 down, 2 up, 1 down. I was like, what? Why am I just being shown random triangles? And then I was shown, is it like called, it's not an airlock. What did I write it down as? A wheel door, or like a watertight door that you see on like submarines and sometimes on like old ships and stuff, the ones that you have to really crank to turn. And it was waterlocked, and it was the view from the outside, and it seemed really old, almost like coming across a shipwreck of some sort, and you're on the outside and you're swimming towards it. And there was no attempt to open it, but it was muted green, with maybe a bits of red, but mainly muted green. And I wrote down quite a lot on here and came to a lot of insights, because it seems like those 3 triangles, when fitted over that lock, become a toxicity sign. And I didn't think of that until the end. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. And that's why I've done, there's my crude drawing of the toxic sign there. There is something that is being, or there's something that has been hidden in someone's shadow for a really, really long time. It's like blocking out certain memories, and I feel like these are being handed back to you. And I kept getting brace yourself, brace yourself. So if you have memories that you can't access, or if, you know, if someone says, oh, so what was it like when you were like 10 years old? Do you remember? And you're like, I have no idea. I cannot remember that. There was a reason for that. It seems like you weren't ready until this point to access that and be able to, I heard relive it for someone, be able to access it, relive it, recognize it, and work through it. And I do think that there is messages coming through from the higher self, because the meditation that I did was connecting to the higher self. And this is what I saw. So we have this wheel door, this watertight door. It being waterlogged is very, very interesting. Where would you like me to go, Spirit? This one? This one. Okay. Well, my Nessie deck is very interesting. Very curious that that's what Spirit wants me to go for, but let's see. I think this is something that has been buried. Can you tell us more, please? Please and thank you. Spending spree is coming out. Thorn in their side. Unpaid therapist. That's really interesting. And crocodile tears. I don't know if this is just a memory that's being... Oh, holy crap. Okay. What came to me, what I was just given as a download, was that something has been done to wipe a memory from you. This is not just like it being repressed. It's been stolen. It's been taken so that you don't remember something. I was watching Shadow Hunters. So cheesy, but I absolutely love it. It's my guilty pleasure on Netflix. And there's a portion of it where Clary, I think her name is, or Clary with like the red hair, when she's realizing that her mother had memories bound and wiped out of her brain to protect her. But this spending spree with a thorn in their side, I feel like whatever this memory is, it's something that will actually place, it will kind of like line up all the dots for you if you've had, like, if you've got patchy memory from the past. Because something here has been hidden. It was taken, but it wasn't deleted, is what I'm getting. Whatever this memory is for you, it hasn't been deleted. It was hidden. It was like pushed down so far into your shadow that you weren't able to access it. And this guide wants to give you kind of like the tools to open up that hatch now. Well, that's intriguing. Let me put my fake coffee over there. The spending spree is kind of, it's spinning me a little bit, but I do feel like this has got something to do with finance then. It's got something to do with money or inheritance. The thorn in my side, or thorn in their side, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? You were seen as the thorn in the side. We need to figure out why though. I'm going to put spending spree down as well. Okay. Can I get a couple more, please? And that crocodile tears is at the back. What is this toxic sign? What is the toxic sign? Focus on that goal is coming out. Shut up. Do you know what just came out as well? Dissociation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dissociation. This is literally just blocking something out. Why did I say plugging something out? Focus on that goal. So we have root chakra and sacral chakra. I feel like something is going to be released, but it's going to be released not only from like your mental body or your emotional body, because a lot of, I mean, I'm not an expert in any way, shape or form, and I never claim to be, but I do know that the way that we access memories is usually through an emotion rather than just what we remember. It's an emotion or a smell or something along those lines will then draw back a memory, and we're like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of my aunt, or it reminds me of this time. I do think that there's also things that may have been trapped in your subtle body or purposely been pushed into your subtle body so that you wouldn't reconnect. With it being red and orange, these things may have actually been attached into your root and sacral chakra. Dissociation is wild that came out. I even forgot that I actually wrote that card. Okay, can I get one more, please? One or two, whatever you need me to see. Please show me. Thank you. What do we need to see, please? Please and thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Generational wealth is coming out. I knew this was to do with money. I have a feeling that there is like, this is not just a memory. This is like accessing a memory that helps deliver some sort of idea. This is weird. Okay. So we have generational wealth coming out. And we also have get out of planning mode and into action mode. That really, really hits with this being not just a memory. It's a core memory of something, but within it is a seed of an idea. Okay. I don't think they realized, whoever it is that has wiped your memory or hidden this thing within yourself, I don't think they realized that there was an idea within there that's actually going to bring forth your generational wealth. Because I do get comments where people are like, well, I had my inheritance stolen and I'm not going to stop until I get that back. But sometimes it's gone, and I know that no one wants to hear that. Sometimes it is gone, but there are other venues or other like there are other avenues in which you can gain back what you lost, and it may not come in the same form of what was taken, but it may actually be more than what was taken, if that makes sense. Because this generational wealth, there is something here that was always supposed to be yours. This spending spree, I need to get more on this, because I feel like if there was an inheritance, it may have been spent. But when it comes to generational wealth, this is talking about a spiritual inheritance. This is talking about ensuring that, you know, the descendants that come after you are looked after, that, you know, you're planting a tree under the shade that you may never sit properly, or maybe you get to see it being built and your life does change, but it's going to be your descendants that see more of this. Okay, anything else from here? Oh, you want me to take that one? Okay. Let me know about this spending spree. Six of Cups to the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there was something that you witnessed. There was something that you witnessed when you were younger that would have pointed the finger of guilt or blame or accountability on an adult that wasn't taking accountability for their actions at the time. And what I mean by that with a spending spree, because we have the Ten of Pentacles coming out, generational wealth, or even an inheritance, a legacy of some sort. And then you have the Six of Cups coming out. So this is the Six of Cups is the past. And as you can see, there's an adult and a child. I feel like something was given to either you or someone in the collective when you were a child to wipe this memory of them spending something they weren't supposed to, or you witnessing something where they were admitting that they were at fault, that they did something that they shouldn't have done, that they took money that wasn't theirs. Okay. And you can see, like in this picture here, the woman is giving, or this feminine energy is giving the child this cup. And in the cup it's a plant, okay? So we have different herbs and things like that. I honestly feel like something was done here to bring back some sort of balance for this person. It was supposed to be yours. I honestly feel like it was supposed to be yours. And I mean, both of them are wearing blue, which is to do with communication. It's your throat chakra. But I don't know why I'm getting it's also to do with your third eye. It's also to do with your third eye. Wow. Okay. Let's see what else would like to come out. Let me put this down here. The Six of Cups is going next to spending spree. The Ten of Pentacles is going next to the thorn in their side. Yeah, because the thing is as well, is that if there was some sort of will, if there was something that was supposed to be given to you, they thought it would be easier than having to fight something here legally. If they just wiped it away, if they got rid of it, if they changed the will in some way, or they changed whatever it was that stated that you were supposed to get something, I honestly feel like whoever this adult was or is, they were only supposed to be like a placeholder. They were only supposed to hold on to money for a certain amount of time. It could have been like they were responsible for the bank account that this money went into, or this, well, I don't know, they were responsible for the estate or whatever it may be. But they've done something here to wipe it. Temperance coming out. Focus on that goal. Okay. What is this seed? What is it that they decide? What did they do to make this association come in? What did they do? Please and thank you. What did they do? Thank you. Wheel of Fortune, 8 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups in reverse to the 5 of Pentacles. Oh, there was a card hiding underneath the Wheel of Fortune, which was the Queen of Pentacles. But the way that I read it was the Wheel of Fortune coming out first. They did something here to kind of like dismember your energy from the energy of fate, luck, hope. When you think of the Wheel of Fortune, it's all of those really positive energies. There's something that was foretold or something that was supposed to come in a lot sooner. Like you have a very specific purpose while you're here on this 3D school that we call Earth. And I think that this person, out of selfishness, was like, well, you don't need that money. Not realizing that if you had had that money or estate or whatever it was earlier, you could have brought your path, your purpose into reality a lot quicker, and you could have helped a lot more people. And it's not a guilt trip of, oh no, you haven't helped all these people. It's just that this person has literally sidetracked you when you didn't need to be going on no side quests. You literally didn't need to. But in doing so, I feel like you've definitely gained a lot of wisdom. However, I want to know more about this Queen of Pentacles. Because I'm putting the Queen of Pentacles down now next to generational wealth. This generational wealth, do you know what? I feel like something is being given to you because even from when you were a young age, you always held that energy of helping others. There's something here about like a star is born, but it's giving me, oh my gosh, Claire Danes in Starlight. Is it called Starlight? Where the star falls to the earth and he falls in love with a star. Your energy is like otherworldly. It's otherworldly. We also have the 8 of Swords coming out here. There's a need to break free of some sort of procrastination. You are going to be guided in how to bring something to life. How to bring something to life here, and it's part of your divine plan. The 9 of Cups coming out, being in reverse. You may have felt uncomfortable. You may have felt uncomfortable when you were younger around someone here because you knew that it's not even that they were disingenuous, like trouble. I heard they were trouble. Their energy troubled your aura, your psyche. They may have sent like monitor spirits after you when you were sleeping, when you were a kid, to monitor what you remembered, to monitor your dreams. Tell me about this with the thorn in the side and the 10 of Pentacles. What do we need to know about this, please, Spirit? Okay, we have the King of Swords coming out. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. The King of Swords in reverse. This is making sure that you don't say anything, because the King of Swords, as much as it's, you know, a low moral compass, obviously, to do that to a child, but also it's somebody who speaks their mind. They speak up, they speak out for injustice. They do things by the book, you know. This is somebody that you could trust this person, if it's this way, to help you out, to help the little man out. But in reverse, no, not at all. They were trying to hush you, place fear. 2 of Pentacles is coming out here. There is definitely a transition that's coming in. This is why you are ready. This is why this guide, or that your higher self is literally guiding you and knows that you are ready. But when this idea comes in for you, and there's something that's going to be opened up for you, and I feel like it's got something to do with like your crown, your third eye, your throat chakra, and then like your higher, what is it called? I cannot remember. Stargate, your Stargate chakra. If you know the name of that one, because it's really eluding me, there's one up here, and I keep going to want to say higher heart chakra, which is your 13th chakra, and it's not on your body. It's kind of like connected to your energetic body. It is around, let's say, where your heart space is. If you go down one hand, It's there. There's something about that being connected back in. The Emperor being in reverse, this is very telling of what they were trying to do, but they were doing this off of like the idea of 3D wealth and material wealth. They did not realize that you had a bigger purpose on this earth. At the time, it was greed that took over, and I just saw the Taurus. I saw Taurus with like the bull horns. So this person may actually be a Taurus, or they may have just been in, or they may be still sitting in their Taurus energy, but in the shadow side of greed rather than of like luxury, if that makes sense. You also have the Emperor in reverse, and this Emperor is going over dissociation and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, there was something here about taking away motivation, because I honestly feel like an inheritance, both spiritual and like physical, they are linked together with your path or your path of purpose. But this person or people, whoever was doing this, and I had coven, they were looking more at what they got, and I had a feeding tube. I'm just going to cleanse the space around me with a little bit of Florida water, and I'm going to ring my bell just to cleanse the space. So if you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, 1. Somebody within this coven was aware. They were aware of your generational wealth, your generational, like your lineage, your royal bloodline, you being chosen. I say that, and look what comes out, judgment, exactly. They were aware. I feel like someone went to them. This is like an aunt or a mother figure, a grandmother figure, something along those lines. Somebody who was seen as a respected elder in your family went to them, but more focusing on the fact that they wanted to keep this money for themselves, and how could they do that. And when they tapped into your energy, there is, I don't know if it's like the head witch of this coven or one of them was able to kind of, they were able to figure out that your energy was something different. Your energy was something different. And I feel like you have had a coven, or someone has had a coven, like doing spell work on them since they were a child, since they were small. And they've been doing it in certain ways for you to not want to follow your true path, or to kind of make you scared of going towards your true path, or in, you know, make you frightened to actually follow your faith, whether it's faith in self or something higher. Because in doing so, if you're not scared, if you are not fearful, then they can't control you, or they can't continue to do something here. Because someone was using, like, I had an elixir, but it looks like golden honey, and it is it's like etheric. I think it's your energy. I honestly think it's your energy that they were siphoning, especially this dissociation coming through to the Wheel of Fortune, to the Emperor in reverse. This is having all of the potential to be a great leader, but not having any of the motivation, not feeling balanced. There's something about anger as well. If they were trying to push you to kind of like resent or hold onto anger, to let it stagnate, because the Emperor, he is pushed forward by fire. You know, he's very fiery. He's got Aries in him. But passion can also turn into hate. It can turn into, you know, self-hate, self-anger that we hold on to. And it does seem that over the years, someone has been pushing this. They were trying to actually remove you from your prophecy, or remove you from your fate and your destiny. And maybe they were trying to swap themselves in. I've been getting a lot of energy of doppelgangers coming up. Now, the judgment coming out, though, I feel like you are being blessed beyond what you were expecting, because of how you have been able to find your path back home, or back onto the path that you're supposed to be on. I had the righteous path, even after you were kind of separated from it when you were very young. And all the things that have happened to you, the struggle that you had to go through, there's still been softness to you, there's still been openness to you, and there's still been vulnerability. And those are really rare, like, characteristics for someone to have who has been through as much as you have. You may not look like what you have been through. People may not believe you if you were like, actually, let me sit you down and let me just, I'll pour you a cup of tea, sit down, I'll tell you about my life. And people would be like, no, that didn't happen. There's no way. There's literally no way. You have the Star here to the Queen of Swords. I do feel like somebody here they keep themselves to themselves. They're very private in what they do share. And I think that's also a learned behavior because of the past. The Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't mix their words. They are, there's weight to your words. And I don't mean a heaviness, I mean authority. People listen when you do speak up. You are very, very, very connected into the divine. We do have the Eight of Pentacles coming out here. I don't know if you are somebody who does tarot readings. Maybe you are a mystic or a seer yourself, because the Eight of Pentacles being here is someone who has mastered a specific skill. They have been practicing until they can do it with their eyes closed, and they trust themselves to do so. I'm going to place this one down first, and it's going down over the Eight of Swords in reverse. I feel like we've get out of planning mode and into action mode. There is something about speaking into existence what it is that you want to happen, but I feel like you need to speak it into existence as if it's already happened. Like, speak about it in past tense. It's going to help you to shake off some sort of binding, some sort of bondage. I feel like someone here is definitely doing binding spells on you, or trying to do binding spells on you. I keep getting oh my gosh, what is her name? She is from the film Starlight with Claire Danes in it. Michelle Pfeiffer. Is it Michelle Pfeiffer? With the blonde hair. She's one of the witches. Like, she's gorgeous, but she has to eat the heart of a star to stay young and gorgeous. And I'm not stating that there's somebody here that wants to eat your heart, because that's wild and diabolical, and no. But I am getting that somebody here has like Ursula vibes. They have proper Ursula vibes. Like, they are like a sea witch, or they're a water witch or something along those lines, or a swamp witch. And there's a lot of manipulation. This person could be like a Queen of Cups. They could be coming out as a Queen of Cups upwards or in reverse, makes no difference. Let me get another deck out. Which deck would you like me to go for? This one, that one, or that one? Top. Okay. Is there anything that you would like the collective to do when it comes to this spell work? Six of Pentacles is coming out to the Page of Cups in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles, again, the Six of Pentacles is generosity, giving. Why am I getting don't give an F? Don't give an F. Don't give an F. The Page of Cups being in reverse is giving me petty. It's giving me real petty, but it's also giving the energy of no love being lost. Just no love being lost whatsoever. And if I put those two together, let me just place them down and see what wants to come through. Put it back. You want to put that one back? Yes, I've been told to put them back. Okay. What would you like the collective to do about this spell work, if anything? Please and thank you. Thank you. Nine of Wands, protect yourself. Defend yourself, protect yourself, but do so in a balanced manner. This is not about tit for tat. This is not an eye for an eye, because that just makes the whole world go blind. Because I do feel like whoever this is that has been siphoning energy, their kind of like life is on the line, or their reputation or something is on the line, and they would like you to retaliate. If you retaliate, it makes something more potent for them. So this is not about retaliation. We have the Nine of Wands coming out, and as you can see in this deck, it is about healing. It's continuing your healing journey as you have been. And I heard High Priest to High Priestess. But it's also about protecting yourself, standing up for yourself. Somebody may do a return to sender prayer, or a return to sender spell if you're into things like that. The Two of Cups coming out here as well is, I feel like this is to do with like romance, or something to do with romance. This person or coven may be trying to affect also the relationships that you have around you. They may have tried to do this quite recently, and I did do a reading not that long ago talking about them doing some sort of spell work. It didn't garner the results they thought it would. They thought that you'd get really angry, or it would break a couple up, or it would break up a friendship or get you fired. And instead, because you have taken time, you, even though you were pushed off of your path when you were younger, all of the experiences that you have given you the wisdom and emotional maturity to be able to go, hey, okay, something's going on here, let's talk about this. And talking about it actually brought you back to where you're supposed to be. It brought you back on that even keel, on the path that you're supposed to be. This Two of Cups is about romance. It can be romance, but I'm getting it's more to do with like how we find balance and moderation and kindness within ourselves when we look at both our yin, our yang, our light, our dark, our masculine, our feminine, and how we kind of work with those, where we're at, wherever we are at when it comes to our emotions, wherever we are at when it comes to the relationships we have with ourselves, with money, with being vulnerable, and how we try to find oneness, how we try to find unity in that. There's a need for you to defend something here. When it comes to this spell work, you're being asked to defend yourself. Even if it is tiring, how would you like the collective to do this? New beginnings, Chariot. Okay. I think that for some, especially as the message came through of like, watch your anger. Just watch your anger. And I'm not saying that in a horrible way. I say that with love. Watch your anger in that if this person or people or group, because I do feel like there's a family member. I honestly feel like it's family. That woman with the red hair that is bending down and giving this cup of whatever to another person. I feel like this is a family member who asked a coven to come and help them out. And I think they're part of the coven, or they pay regularly to go to that coven to have things done. We have the Chariot coming out here. And the Chariot has always been Cancer for me. Okay, so looking at how we heal, and we were just talking about the duality of light and dark, yin and yang, and there we have the light horse and the dark horse, right? And we also have the Fool coming through with new beginnings. So you're being asked to focus on the new beginnings, on whatever this seed of an idea is, which I feel like is going to come to you as you work through something emotionally. It's working through something emotionally. Somebody here needs to have a blessing. I don't know if like you go to church, or you can get holy water, or you want to go and get Reiki, or you want someone to pray for you, whatever it may be. There's a need here for someone to be blessed and for their house to be blessed. That won't be for everyone, but there's a need to kind of like spring clean the house, sage the house if that's something that you do, or play, you know, children's laughter, whatever it is that you use to cleanse out negative energy and then to bless your home and to protect it. I feel like this is going to open up whatever this, what did I call it? I cannot remember. The hatch style, submarine hatch style door, that wheel door is going to open it. And I think that this memory, something that has been repressed, is going to be brought back up. And I do think that it's going to be intense. I won't sugarcoat it. I think it's going to be very intense, the memories that come back. And you're going to see the perpetrator's face. You're going to see their faces. But the way that you kind of defend yourself is how you heal and how you continue to grow creatively. This is not just like doing a return to sender, cleansing your house, and then sitting there getting bitter and angry about what's been done to you. I'm not saying that you can't feel how you need to feel. Feel how you need to feel. You're valid in doing so. But there is a need here to continue with your healing. Someone here may actually benefit from going to therapy. That's not going to be for everyone. But for someone here, it's actually going to really help you focus on a certain goal of healing things from your root chakra, healing things from your sacral chakra. The root being to do with, I heard the root of all evil. So this is the love of money, or the relationship you may have with money, and security and safety. And then the sacral chakra is looking at family, it's looking at creativity, it's looking at your divine feminine. Let me place these down and see what else would like to come forward. Yeah, they really wanted you to be distracted from your path and from genuinely what what was supposed to be for you when you were younger and what set you apart from others. There's something about being weird, or being not even just being weird, like when you were young, feeling different, or feeling like an outcast, feeling like you were on the fringes of your community. Or this is like having friends but not having solid friends, being really friendly but never having close friends. And I'm talking about like young years. I'm not talking about when you get older. Tell me about this Judgment, please, to the Queen of Pentacles. What do we need to know about generational wealth? Thank you. We have here the Queen of Wands coming out. Is this up or down? Up. Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands coming out here. The Queen of Wands, I feel like someone will be going through a Kundalini awakening. I think that when that door opens, when that hatch opens, not only are memories going to come back, not only is this idea that's going to actually pull in this generational wealth for you, I feel like there is an awareness. There's an awareness that wakes up within you, which is part of the Kundalini arising. Because the Kundalini arising isn't just to do with sex. It's not just to do with the feeling sensual or spicy. And, you know, the Queen of Wands is a very spicy, sensual energy. It's also to do with your creativity. It's to do with spiritual awareness and connection. And I feel like this next transition, this part of your life, as you wake up to who you actually are, everyone else wakes up to who the people are around you that have been trying to slow you down. And that balance that's been out of balance for so long, not only is it going to go back into balance, but you're going to be able to create from the imbalance that you experienced, if that makes sense. It's being able to take trauma, memories, anger, and channeling those into things that will help other people to do the same. Can I get one more card, please? Wait. Okay. King of Cups has come out. I feel like there's somebody coming in to help you. I feel like there is somebody who is very outspoken when it comes to healing, when it comes to protecting, or when it just comes to creating an environment that feels safe and welcoming, so that you can actually speak on certain things. Now, I don't know if your higher self is going to show itself as a human form. If you have an angel that's coming in, it could be Archangel Gabriel coming in human form. It could be another earth angel. It could be a mentor. It could just be a guidance counselor or a therapist, like we were saying before, that is going to come in and celebrate you and celebrate the cup that you hold, but also make space for when you need to work through this, if that makes sense. I feel like there's something more before I go. There's something more here. Because I do feel like something's going to be brought to the forefront about this family member and who they've been interacting with, because there is some sort of scandal around this coven or members within this coven when it comes to either children, when it comes to vulnerable people, when it comes to some sort of trafficking. And you have a family member who's connected to this. Fraud, I heard as well. And I don't know if this is just a person or if this is going to be an organization of some sort, but you're going to gain a lot of support from whoever this is that comes in. And there's no strings attached. This is not like someone coming in and pretending to be a friend and then stabbing you in the back, or someone coming in and saying, I'll support you, but really they're there to hinder you. No, this is genuine help, genuine support. Especially with the Queen of Swords being there, someone who's very, very tapped in. This person may actually be coming in a way of, for some, they may be coming in a way of giving you that practical advice and motivation that you need. That maybe because if you have felt like you find it hard to motivate yourself, or you find that you procrastinate before doing specific things in work and creativity, this person may be coming in to highlight that for you in the most genuine, gentlest way ever, especially as they're coming out as the King of Cups, but in a proactive way, because they are a king, and that's masculine energy, that's movement, you know, that's ambition, motivation, you know, fire energy, even though they're coming out as a cup, which is water. If you've sat in an energy where you felt like you were constantly pushing against the tide just a little bit, things have always been a little bit harder for you, This person is here to wake you out of that. They're here to wake you out of that, because that's being removed. You've grown so much that the things that this coven have been doing and this family member have been doing, it no longer works the way that it did. There may still be this energy of feeling sluggish or tired, or, oh, well, I'll do that tomorrow. However, I think that we may be in a time of like, when you've done something so much and you've got used to doing something in such a way that even when that's no longer got a hold of you, we still act that way until someone goes, hey, wake up, you don't need to do that anymore. That's this person coming in, and I think that's amazing. I'm going to leave it there. I really hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I post. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. Please remember, if you are interested in these prints, janedoeprints.com.bigcartel.com, and you get 25% off your first purchase if you use the promo code Bronwen's Cove Tarot, all one word, big B, big C, big T. I love you guys. Bye.